guys? Welcome back to Persona 3 Reload. Last time we met in Persona 3 Reload, we did some social link stuff, but today's part is going to be a Tartarus part. Everyone's favorite type of parts, but luckily this Tartarus section is actually pretty short. We don't spend much time in Tartarus this time around. You know, usually Tartarus expeditions last like 3 or 4 parts, but this time around I think it's only 2 parts, so... that's going to be, yeah, this is probably going to be the point in the game, to me anyway, that Tartarus parts are going to be pretty short-lived. We're not going to have as many as we used to, and, I feel like I should give a warning about this block. You know, this block is a little too stimulating in terms of color, but, you know, so, obviously, you know, if you're very sensitive to color, I apologize, but that's just how the game designers wanted it. And honestly, I don't hate this floor, but I don't hate this block, but it certainly isn't my favorite of the blocks. In fact, I don't really think I have a favorite Tartarus block because for the most part, I don't really like Tartarus that much. I know Reload makes Tartarus a lot better and more tolerable, but you know, it's still, you know, it's still Tartarus, and it's just boring as shit. And I think that's just its issue, is it's just, Tartarus is just boring, and there's not much you can do about it. But,
that certainly went well.
I mean, there's just not a lot to do in Tartarus besides, you know, running around, finding treasure and stuff like that, fighting enemies, obviously. But, you know, you can only do that for so long before you get bored. You know, that's why I really like Persona 5's Palace system, because, you know, the dungeons are interesting. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Mementos, obviously. You know, Mementos is probably the worst, I'm not a huge fan of Mementos because it follows the Tartarus mentality. But, it doesn't mean that you know... The only thing I didn't like about Mementos, and this is in the original Persona 5, was the fact that the music was exactly the same throughout the entire fucking game, no matter how deep you were. Where at least in Persona 3, Tartarus has different movements of the music depending on what block you're in, which I really appreciate. You know, yeah, it's the same song, essentially, with just more layers every block. But I still enjoy it, because it's not, you're not hearing the same song you're not hearing the same exact song the entire game. Am I just showing off my Persona collection? What the fuck I'm doing? Just do it. Just kill him. I know I'm trying to aim for an all-out attack so I can get shuffle time, but that's a waste of fucking time. I mean, I understand why I want to get shuffle time. It's because there's one perk I want to get, and it's called the one that gets you more money and stuff like that. So yeah, and again, yeah, because that's one thing that Persona 3 does, actually every Persona game does this, where you don't inherently get money from fighting enemies. Well, at least in Persona 3, I don't believe 4 gave you money upon defeating enemies. I think 5 did, if I remember correctly. But you got more if you held up enemies and made them give you money, if you had that ability unlocked, or if you did an all-out attack. Oh no, yeah, they did give you they did give you money in Persona 5. That makes more sense. Which really makes me still question Kanashiro's debt thing. Like, they couldn't just go to Mementos for a couple hours and, you know, get the money right there. I'm just saying, they could have just gone to Mementos, got the money, and paid him back, and none of this would have happened. Then again, I understand that, you know, Kanashiro's a mob boss, so he's not the most honest person out there, so he probably still would have done it anyway. But I kind of wish they came up with that logic there, instead of, you know, just saying, well, we have to do it. And it's like, well, why? Because Kanashiro said so. And also, in all honesty, Kanashiro was a dick, so he kind of deserved. I mean, honestly, he's like the most minor threat in Persona 5 anyway, compared to the other threats. Yeah, Kumaro was a bit of a dick to his workers, but I mean that's just every CEO at this fucking point. I mean, Kamoshida, he abused students. Am I showing off Akihiko's second theurgy? Yeah, I am. Oh no, I've shown it off before, actually. I mean, Kamoshida assaulted students and sexually harassed his female students, so yeah, he's obviously a threat. I mean, Kaneshiro was a mob boss. Yeah, he's a threat, but he was like, compared to, you know, he wasn't directly threatening anybody at the time. Yeah, he threatens people all the time with extortion and shit like that. But, yeah. I mean, Futaba, I'm not counting Futaba, obviously, but that's just because Futaba isn't technically a threat at all. She's just her own, she's a threat to herself, but, oh, cool, clock. I'm trying to think of the other, if there's any other palace rulers I'm missing in Persona 5. Sai Nijima, I guess, because Sai Nijima really didn't do anything to get her change of heart. And then again, shit, drop my bottle cap.
We opening this door?
I mean, Sai, she didn't do anything to really warrant a change of heart. I mean, we really changed her heart because we were trying to trick Akechi, but that's spoiler for Persona 5. Who cares? I already let's play Persona 5. Unless I put a spoiler warning. I know it's Persona 3 spoilers, but I'll still do it. But I'll still say, yeah. Wait, really? Koromaru is the lowest level? Oh, I thought it was Junpei. Well, Junpei's not here, so I can't choose Junpei. So Koromaru will now jump to level 99, and I guess we'll jump to level 99 as well. Why am I doing them even though I benched them a long time ago? Shut up, I can do whatever I want. It's my Let's Play. I mean, technically I didn't really bench Koromaru and I guess I just don't use them as much as, you know, Akihiko and Yukari are usually the safest bets for me in parties. I always bring them, but you know, my fourth slot, it's always the free one, and it's either taken by Mitsuru, or, I would say Koromaru is the other one I use a lot in that slot. Because the thing is like, I don't use Aigus that much, because at that point, what's the point in having Akihiko there? You know, why have two people who specialize in physical attacks in your party, have one healer, and then have yourself who does almost everything else? And even then, I could technically have 3 physical fighters with that, because, you know, with Makoto, you can have whatever fucking persona you want. So, theoretically, I could just have no one on my team and just bring Makoto, but you know, I have anxiety when it comes to having only one party member, because I'm paranoid like that. Oh, wait, I forgot, Kaneshiro was, forcing students to do mafia work, wasn't he? Yeah, I forgot about that shit. I forgot he was forcing them to smuggle drugs and shit. I forgot about that shit. Okay, never mind. Then they're all equally pieces of shit, except for Sai and Futaba. Shido obviously was the biggest piece of shit, though. I mean, he's just typical politician. I could make a Metal Gear Rising joke, but I don't feel like doing it. Which Metal Gear Rising meme am I gonna make? I'm gonna shut up. Alright. So now Koromaru and Aigus are now level 99. Yay! Why am I standing around? Oh, I know what I'm doing. I have no point in doing this. Everyone in the party, I think, is level 99, so I think it would be a waste to summon the Reaper now. Oh, yeah. So the Monad door is sealed because I went to the clock, because that's considered leaving the floor.
Koromaru-san is very motivated. Let us follow his example.
But,
This is seriously making my eyes hurt. It's too dangerous to look away.
I'm trying to think of another section of a video game that's similar to this that gives me a fucking eye strain just staring at it on a big screen. Because I was recording this off of my main TV, which is it's a pretty big TV. And, you know, I'm playing this late at night, and I'm recording. And that's probably like, and, you know, lights are off and all that shit. I remember like having to once I finished this session, I had to stop and just like rest my eyes for a few hours because I was like, oh my god, it gave me a serious eye strain. But I'm trying to think of other games that had moments like this or had sections like this. I'm thinking of Pokemon Red, if I think, or not Pokemon Red. Yeah, Pokemon Blue, Green, and Yellow, and all that shit. I don't know why I said Red. I mean, the first Pokemon Gen 1. I forgot what section it was. But it's the section where, I think it's a gym, I can't remember. It's a section where you're walking on the floor where it's like red and white tiles throughout the entire floor. And it is a serious strain on your eyes. In all honesty, I used to think White Space from Sonic Generations was a pretty straining on my eyes after a while. At least when I was younger. White Space nowadays isn't that bad. But like when I was younger, man, especially, I hated White Space. Now, again, I'm not a huge fan of White Space from just Sonic Generations. I like it in Shadow Generations because it's a 3D area. But Sonic Generations, it was just an eyesore to me. Oh, by the way, speaking of Sonic Generations and Shadow Generations, this isn't really a good segue anyway. I just remembered that Persona 3 Reload, at the time of this recording, in terms of my recordings, this Let's Play started a fucking year ago. And, well, unfortunately I failed that goal where I didn't want this Let's Play to exceed a year. It was going to do that anyway, probably, no matter what I did. And I mean, I am very aware that I wasn't very consistent on uploading because of different things. You know, there are times I got sick or times I straight up forgot to record. Other things that happened where I didn't record for like a week or two at a time. I think there was one point where I just didn't record for a straight up month. But yeah, Persona 3 Reload has been going on for a year, and yeah, because it started on October 1st, and that was the first part of the Let's Play. So yeah, for over a year. And I mean, I'm actually kind of happy that we're almost done with the Let's Play, I would say. I'm not saying we're done. We're not like almost done. But like, we're getting close to the, you know, final sections of the game. Because, what session is it? I think the session that we're on. I wish I could remember.
Alright, let's get going. There's a shadow.
Okay, so according to my files that I have sitting in my hard drive for Persona 3, okay, I haven't deleted Session 18, but that's probably because I don't think I had got around to it, and I didn't want to delete it just yet, and want to make sure that we're actually past that. But I think we're on Session 19. And there's 27 sessions left. And most of my sessions are about an hour or two long. About 2 hours. I would say the longest session is actually next session, Session 21. It's like 3 hours and 30 minutes long. And then all the rest of the sessions after that are about 2 hours, an hour. So we're pretty close to the end of the game, and plus you can also look at the fucking date. You can look at the date on the game, because the final events of the game take place, I mean, technically the ending of the game takes place in April, but the actual, you know, the final boss takes place at the end of January. Yeah, I'm gonna spoil that now. The final boss takes place in the end of January. Yeah, I think that's the longest. I think, yeah, because I can't remember. When does Persona 4's final boss happen? I can't remember. I think it's Christmas. Because I know Persona 5's is Christmas, because I remember that joke happening. That always happens, specifically on this block of Tartarus, where the loading screen for the battles takes a little bit longer than normal. And it's only on this specific block. I never have any other instance where the loading screen, and I'm playing on the PS5, by the way, where, you know, loading screens are virtually non-existent once you load into the game. I mean, yeah, technically, the battle transition in the first place is the loading screen, but, you know, the battle transition is only like a split second long. One thing I am curious about with the PC version, I haven't seen the PC version, like, at all in terms of performance. I mean, depending on your specs, obviously. I am very curious what the battle transition looks like in the PC version. Like, just how fast is the transition for... Oh, it's for everybody. I thought it was for just, Why am I looking at the costumes? I don't plan on changing them, do I? I don't know why I was looking at the top. Costumes, okay. Man, I hope for, like, the next battle Aegis attacks in. She fucking misses. Oh, I wanted to see if Aegis would miss this time, because I would laugh my ass off if she did. Nope, she has a chance. Oh, never mind. No, she has a chance now. Oh, I was hoping.
Target eliminated.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Man, I forgot how long I make Tartarus parts. I'm trying to come up with tangents to talk about. Man. No updates on Persona 4 Revival as far as I'm aware.
Seems like we still have a ways to
Nothing to say about that. I mean, the only thing I hope for is that it's good. I mean, so far, you know, I can't really think of a terrible Persona game, with Atlus. I mean, I can't really think of a terrible Persona game. I've had Persona games that I just don't like as much as, you know, 3, 5, and 4. I've certainly had that. You know, I've had Persona games in the main series I just straight up don't like. But that's, you know, like in terms of like the general reception, it's for different reasons. You're gonna waste your theurgy? Well, it is 2 rare shadows, so it's a little understandable. Yeah, it's a waste. It's a waste. No Reaper today. Maybe tomorrow.
That's a win for the team. Good job, everyone.
Yeah, I'll come for the Reaper later. The Reaper's sitting in the Reaper's peeking around the corner like, oh, thank God, he used Scarlet Havoc, not that one. He's like, phew, I can come after him now. But I can't really think of a bad Persona game. I know some people don't like the Persona 5 Persona dancing games, but you know, I don't you know, criticize those as hard as, you know, the mainline RPGs or anything like that, because they're just a simple spin-off to, you know, be fun little spin-offs for the sake of being fun. I mean, I will admit I don't like Persona 5 dancing as much because the remixes in that one are pretty bad. I mean, I think out of all the remixes in that entire thing, I like 2 of them. I like the Tokyo Daylight remix and the With the Stars and Us remix. I like those 2, and they're both Morgana songs. I realize, and I fucking hate Morgana. I do like the... Actually, no, make that 3. I like the Wake Up, Get Out There remix that Joker dances to. I like that one. It's not... He's not the... I hate the fucking, what, minute of no lyrics for a while? Like, towards the second half of the song being nothing but just the same drum beat. I do hate that. But, I mean, it's still good. I still like the, you know, actual part, like, the first half. But, like, once you get to the second half, it's pretty bad and boring. I'm trying to think of other ones that I'm trying to remember. I didn't really like the Blooming Villain remix. I definitely didn't like, what's the name? Whims of Fate. I didn't like that remix. I'm trying to think of the other remix. There's another remix that I'm not. Willpower. That remix was just straight up terrible. I hated that remix. Like, it was just straight up stupid. I hated that remix. I'm trying to remember if there's any others. And also, I think Persona 5 could have benefited by waiting a little bit to actually have some more spin-offs that they had and other theme songs they could have used. Because there's some Persona 5 Tactica, some Persona 5 Strikers songs they could have used for Persona 5 dancing, but if they waited just a little bit, they could have had more themes to utilize for Persona 5 instead of just remixing Last Surprise for the 20th goddamn time. Like, seriously, Persona 5 dancing, I think, has like what, 4 versions of Last Surprise throughout the roster. You know, they could have waited. You know, Takeover from Persona 5 Royal would have been a good fit. I think one of the themes from Persona 5 Strikers would have worked. I'm trying to think of one that would have worked. The one I'm thinking of is Daredevil. Probably could have worked pretty well. Or I'm trying to think of the name of the song. You Are Stronger could have worked. Persona 5 Tactica had a few songs that could have worked if they, you know, waited a fucking minute. The one I'm thinking of immediately is the battle theme for the DLC for Tactica with, I forgot what it's called, The Night We Stood or something like that. That one's a pretty good one. I like that one. Trying to think of the other one. It's also in the DLC of Tactica. That one could have worked. Truth or Dare from Persona 5 Tactica probably could have been good for it. And then, like, I'm trying to think of other Persona 5 spin-offs that came out in the past couple months. Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of those motherfuckers. I mean, I do look forward to Joker being in Sonic Racing Crossworlds, by the way. I actually have been playing that. I haven't really talked about that. I'm not planning on doing a review for it, mainly because I'm still working on the Metroid Prime one, but Joker is, you know, supposed to release, I think, sometime this month at the time of recording, because it is October 1st. If I remember correctly, Joker's supposed to come out, I'm trying to remember. I think Joker's supposed to come out this month, that or November, and I do look forward to that. You know, I do look forward to Joker being playable. My question is, though, is like, who are the next spin-off? Like, who are the next crossover characters going to be for Sonic Racing? Because I'm kind of curious. We already announced Mega Man. We already announced Sonic. Yeah, Sonic's going to be in Sonic Racing Crossworlds, ladies and gentlemen. I meant to say SpongeBob. SpongeBob's going to be in it. I'm not lying about that. I think Avatar characters were announced, or at least an Avatar track. Minecraft characters were announced. Hatsune Miku's already in it. I haven't played as her, but I mean it's Hatsune Miku. And like I still can't get over the fact that for the reveal trailer for Hatsune Miku, they put Storm right before her reveal. And I think I know they referenced Snapcube with that because of the Sonic Riders dub they did, where it's the part in Zero Gravity where they get sucked into the vortex and like they end up in the Bizarro world, essentially, and Storm is freaking out because he can't move and he can't do anything, and then Hatsune Miku pops up right in front of him with a grenade launcher and just screams, and Storm and I forgot Storm's actor's name, and he just screams out, Hatsune Miku! And it always cracks me up. It's like, because it's just the best out-of-context moment in the entire dub. But I do wonder. They didn't announce that they were doing a crossover stage for Joker, which is unfortunate. That would have been kind of. I would have liked to have a stage racetrack for Joker in Racing Crossworlds. I really would like to have that. That would have been fun. I mean, I'm pretty sure they would have done Mementos. I mean, that's probably what they would have done. Is just Mementos and move on. I mean, they already do Mementos for Smash Ultimate. But then again, I don't like. As much as I love Joker in Smash, I don't like the Memento stage that much in Smash Ultimate. And mainly because it's just it's a Smash Ultimate battlefield with Mementos' PNG, Mementos' graphic in the background. I'm not a big fan of that. You know, it's not a lot of effort to me. But I still like it. It's not like terrible, but it's like, you know, compared to other DLC stages we got, like Sephiroth stage or Pyra and Mithra's, Banjo-Kazooie's, and you know, basically everybody fucking else. I mean, Byleth's stage. I like Byleth's, you know, I like Byleth's stage, but not that much. But mainly because I've seen it like a million goddamn times, because it's just ripped right out of Three Houses. Because, you know, as someone who's played every path in Three Houses from hell to back, I've already seen Garrick Mach like 28 times. I'm not going to show off Yukari's second theurgy. Well, I think it's kind of redundant to do it anyway, because no one's dead. Oh, I'm sorry, knocked out.
Enemy defeated. You're doing great, Yukari-chan. I'll leave it to you. 3 enemies left. Stay alert. Well, later, you did it out too.
Wait, did I already do a border floor boss? I haven't been paying attention. I haven't been paying attention. Did I do a border floor boss? I feel like I did one. Or did I obliterate him and just didn't realize it? I was worried. I was like, did the game freeze? Did I freeze? What happened? Then again, yeah, I don't think I've had any crashing in Reload, to my knowledge. I don't think I had any crashes
Let us proceed.
or any instance of fuckery. Like, I know, I mean, Persona 3 Reload's is stable, so I don't think I've had any. Yeah, I'm trying to remember if I had any instances of crashing.
This floor has been fully explored now. Good work.
Ooh, Chewing Soul. Man, I would have loved it, though. I really do love and hate the fact that enemies disappear the second you open a treasure chest or interact with the environment. Oh, there's another border floor. But it'd be funny as hell if you open the chest and you're like, yeah, cool, a chest, and then a fucking enemy smacks the shit out of you right after that. But I know they do that now to avoid that kind of shit. I know, because I think they started doing that in Persona 5. I think they did that. I think they did that in Persona 5 Royal. I think in the original 5 they had to they changed it.
Advantage of that. Haruto knocked one down. I can handle it. Okay, I got it.
Why was doing that a bad idea to me? Poison. Okay, I see what I'm doing. That won't work, will it? Okay, it worked with him. I'm about to say, yeah, because sometimes if they aren't weak to anything, then you're just going to have to inflict them with some sort of status ailment.
Possible to poison. I have to do this. See if we can take advantage of that.
What to do?
We've already scanned this one.
Pierce him. Primal Force.
Already scanned this one.
I think I'm praying that he doesn't have a counter move, because if he does, then I'm fucked and I'm killing myself. What? Damn! Not that much, actually. It was only 512 or something like that. No, there was a 2 in there.
This is my cue.
Something tells me I'm about to get countered to death. No? Okay. Sometimes I worry myself when I do physical moves against enemies with, you know, especially the golem enemy and the sword enemy. I always get worried because they always have some sort of counter. And it scares me. Ah, you did 43 damage! I mean, if this was early game, that I would panic right there. Alright. Oh, yeah, right. I'm knocked down, so I can't attack. Oh, now you guys want to start getting critical hits and shit.
Yukari-chan, that was amazing. That about does it.
It's over.
No shadows detected.
Oh, now you guys want to start getting critical hits and shit when I'm knocked down. I see how it is. Fuck you guys. was a good one. Invigorate 3, you get 3. Ah, you fucking idiot. I mean, I'm gonna get rid of that persona probably in like 2 weeks anyway, so it doesn't matter. Mama didn't raise no bitch. I can keep going.
I've gotten used to fighting the strong ones that block our path, but just how many are there?
I lost count at this point, Yukari. Oh, cool. I don't know why I paused. I think I was trying to recall if that was one that Elizabeth needed for a request. Because sometimes getting the weapon requests are just simply finding them in Tartarus. But I was trying to recall if that was one of them. But I'd have to look at the actual request myself. Because I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Oh, this ain't the part. Alright, so the next time we meet in Persona 3 Reload, we are just going to keep going through Tartarus. I believe it's going to be the second half of our Tartarus expedition. And then we'll just head back to socialing stuff. So see you guys next time for Persona 3 Reload. And take care.